Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you? Are you? Let's get ready for the Battle Rapport. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Battle Rapport. I am your host, Hydra Man, your Slipknot fan of Battle Rap, here helping you catch up on Battle Rap. Welcome to the Huddle, ladies and gentlemen. Live right here on Caffeine, Facebook, and YouTube. Of course, yes, we are multi-streaming, simulcasting, however you want to say it. But this is the Huddle. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It is another late night right here with your homie right here, Hydro Man. Your little late night show, late night show for battle rap. You know what I mean? But we're going to give this whole, week of battle information and battles that's been going on. A couple of, things that are going on that whispering, but we're about to talk about it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. First off, I want to talk about NOME. You know what I mean? I want to talk about NOME because it is less than 12 hours from now, and things are about to get real heated for a lot of people betting on either Geechee Gotti or Rum Nitty, or who's gonna be the winner of the $100,000 right there for Caffeine on URL for everybody to see. Who's gonna be it? You know what I mean? Rum Nitty, Geechee Gotti for the Ultimate Madness 3, numero 3 tournament for 100,000. Oh, we're about to get into it. For real. We're about to get into it on some seriousness. We're about to get into it. And I'm sorry, I ain't coming earlier in the night, you know what I mean? About, 12-ish, what I usually do. But, you know what I mean? Updates on the computer and laptops, software information. But anyway, let's get past that. NOME. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for NOME? NOME11. Right now, there's a lot of hype between everybody that's on the card and some other people that are not on the card. But I'm not gonna sit here and argue, oh, this should have been this, that, and the other. This is exactly what we wanted, the fans wanted. We wanted a mix of battle rappers to just mix it up. Instead of having a bunch of high name, people for NOME, let's have high name versus with a bunch of, mid tier and low tiers, mix it all up. Because this is what we need. We need for battle rappers to know that they could go anywhere and battle anywhere, and it doesn't have to be seeming like, oh, I could only battle in this place. No, you could battle anywhere, and you can make a name for yourself anywhere. But I want to talk about, we're going to start with Geechee Gotti and Rum Nitty. You know what I mean? Is it going to be in day one or day two? I suspect day one, they're going to have the finalists be, the main event of the day two is going to be Geechee Gotti and Rum Nitty. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely. That is true. You definitely got to rep for every class. And if you have every class, thank you, exactly. Ayo, what was that? Ayo, for real. We definitely need to have every class, especially if we're going to bring the big stages back. You know what I mean? It's one of those important things. But I kind of think that it might be Rum Nitty. You know what I mean? He might just take the 100,000. But it could be Geechee Gotti. These guys, this is going to be Rum Nitty and Geechee Gotti verse part 2. They're actually going to be battling again. This is going to be part 2. So if you think that when Cortez battled Rum Nitty, that wasn't already like something else, and then he ended up battling Drugs, that was another rematch. Like, yo, every time Rum Nitty is battling and having rematches, he's making classics. How are you doing this, Rum Nitty? It's because you are alien. We know this. From a whole parallel universe, just as Danny Myers. But yeah, I'd have Rum Nitty beating Geechee Gotti. It's very close. It could go any way. Now, do we really want to talk about Loso and Jerry West? I would like to say yes, because Jerry West is a name. Loso is a name. Loso is a Christian battle rapper, if many people know. I am very hard on us Puerto Rican light-skinned folk, you know what I mean? And I'm very hard on Loso sometimes, but I'm sorry, I don't know how he's gonna be able to beat Jerry West. You know what I mean? Jerry West he arguably beat Danny Myers. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I really think that Jerry West has something to prove. Loso, he's gonna have to up the ante, my opinion. I think Loso might have to up the ante to beat Jerry West, straight up. But let's go on. Are we gonna talk about T-Top and Swamp? See, this is one of those that it was supposed to happen at least a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Like this was supposed to happen, but it's happening now. And do we appreciate this battle? Yes, because it's happening now. And because it's happening now, let's appreciate that it's happening now. Because if it didn't happen, it would still be in the air. Who was going to win and this, that, and the other. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen in less than 12 hours from now. Either day 1 or day 2, because it's supposed to be 2-day event, NOME11. But I honestly have to say, I'm going with T-Top. I'm going with T-Top. I'm going with T-Top. He lost against Jack Boy May, but do not count out T-Top. He is one of the top anglers of our new era within the past 10 years. You have to take that into consideration. So I say T-Top close to 1 against Swamp, but Swamp can take this out. You know what I mean? He could take T-Top out. He could hit him with the right angles. He could do that. We just have to see whether or not if he's up for it, if he's just like, I'm coming out here to take, T-Top out. If he's going to do that, then he's got to do it tonight and show up and show out. You know what I mean? What, the battle's not going down? Oh, man. It must have, they must have been the face-off that happened. Hey, I was working. But I'm gonna have to check out the face-off because if that's not happening, oh man, that would be so depressing. But it's all right. It's all right. It will happen. You know how URL always get the objective. You know what I mean? They always get the objective done. So somehow, one way or another, we're still gonna get that battle. Trust you me, Hydro Man from the Battle Rapport. I still believe that this battle will still happen this year. If it's not gonna happen in less than 12 hours, that's saddening, but hey, it's all right. You know what I mean? But are we going to talk about Luke Castro and Mike P? Yo, I'm sorry, but this might be one of those battles. It should be, this can be considered a main event. To be honest, thinking about Mike P versus Luke Castro, this could be a main event. Luke Castro has been on a roll. He teamed up with K-Shine, and you saw what happened with that one. Hey, big dog! Hey, big dog! Hey, big dog! With Ab versus Fonz. You already know what happened with that one, and that was insane. Oh, man. Mike P, though, he can hit you with certain angles, and he does have quite a few punchlines. He goes back and forth. Oh, this is gonna be a hard one. Luke Castro, he's been on a roll. Luke Castro, 2-1. Hey, it could be either or. You could say Mike P. You could say Luke Castro. It could be either or because this can be one of those battles of the night. This could be one of those battles of the night that can shock a lot of people. So pay attention on that one. Pay attention on that one. Let me see. And since we were just talking about Fonz and what was it? Fonz and Ab versus Luke Castro and K-Shine. Speaking of Fonz, Fonz is battling JC. What? 2-1 JC. Straight up. 2-1 JC, my opinion. My personal opinion. 2-1 JC. You know what I mean? And why do I say 2-1 JC? Because You can't deny that man what he's been doing. Can't deny that man what he's been doing. And my tab, no. I have no signal on my. Hello, can you still hear me? Hold up. Give me a second. A little malfunction with the computer. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the mess up. Trying to get back in control with my. What happened with Guppy? What happened with Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Something is up with the computer. What happened with the computer? Give me 1 second as I check my computer. Control Alt. So, there is a lot that has been going on in battle rap, and many people, especially nowadays, sometimes they want to, recognize it, sometimes they don't. But I'm telling you the truth. You definitely have to take into consideration all of the good things that's been happening. You know what I mean? All the good battles that's been happening. There's been so much that's been going on. Trying to get back in control with my computer. There's something up with my computer. It was just on. Huh. Give me 1 second. Let me check my computer. There we go. We're back on, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me out there on caffeine? Yes, you can. You still see me? Yeah. Love you people out there on caffeine. Thank you so much for hanging in there. Thank you, and you beautiful people out there on YouTube and Facebook. This is what happens when you go live. After you just finish doing some software updates for your computer and stuff, and it happens. But let's get back to this card. JC and Fonz. Like I said, 2-1 JC. It's going to be a very competitive battle. I'm not sweating it. I'm not sweating it because so many people want to talk down on JC, but he's been on the come up. I don't know if y'all noticed, but the past I said this in previous episodes. JC is on a trajectory. Appreciate the fact that this man has been putting in work for years and he ain't stopping no time soon. You know what I mean? What happened with my mouse? Hey, yo. Again, mouse control? What happened with my mouse control? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Un segundo. Dame un segundo. Un segundo. You beautiful people out there on caffeine. Let's see. Where's my mouse control? Where's my mouse control? Can you hear me, beautiful people? Can you hear me, beautiful people? Can you hear me, beautiful people? Yes, you do? Thank you, you beautiful people out there in caffeine. Let me adjust this. Adjust this lead. Get that straight. All right. We good? We good? We good? We good? We good? We good? Yeah. But I know. How is my mouse? How did I lose my mouse again? Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, as I make sure all the plugs on my computer is straight. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh yeah, we are on. Yeah. Some technical difficulties. It happens all the time, people. But that's why we keep going on. All right, JC and Fonz, I give 2-1 JC over Fonz. Not an easy battle. It can go either way. I just want to get that clear. Almost took 10 minutes just to get that clear with, some of the hiccups of the computer, but hey, it happens. Next up, are we going to talk about this? How serious is this situation? Real sick, real sick versus Danny Myers. Mr. Figueroa. Oh my God. I don't know how to call this. I don't know how to call this. These guys are going to be going bars on bars on bars with each other. I don't know how these. Who are you going to say? If you try to go real sick, it's almost like you're not taking into consideration Danny Myers' year. But then if you say Danny Myers, then you're not taking into consideration real sick's trajectory and how he's been moving up in the past year or so, especially on that caffeine screen. Whew, boy. You saw what he did to B Magic? Oh, B Magic, he's not how he used to be and so on and so forth. We still had a pretty good B Magic last year. If anybody noticed, yeah, he had some stumbles here or there, but I will be making it a point that late 2019 and 2020, B Magic was very consistent in some of his battles. A couple battles he messed up, whatever. But 2019 and 2020, B Magic had very good material in his battles, whether one rounders or three rounders, with no names or with names. I'm telling you, trust you me. But I really think Danny Myers, he might just be the one to stop Real Six trajectory, especially in the fact that he's just heading somewhere that we don't know where he's headed. He could be headed to like Lux status, and if he could get to anywhere battling Lux, could you imagine that? Those pens going at each other, the old regime, new regime, like I did with Murder Mook and Geechee Gotti. It's one of those old regime, new regime. So think about it. Think about it. Shout out to DME Detroit. Think about it. Think about it. But yeah, Danny Myers in a very close battle with Real Sick. Anyway, moving past that, we are going to B Dot versus DNA. Yo, B Dot versus DNA? This is another one that I did not expect, but I'm cool with. I'm like, okay, DNA and B Dot? Yo, that's not bad. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I'm cool with that. I am definitely cool with that. Definitely. Um, let me see. I'm going with DNA. I'm going with DNA. He's been on a roll. If anybody hasn't noticed, you better notice. I hope so. But DNA is heading somewhere, and he's heading somewhere where only legends go. You hear me, people? I hope you hear me, people. This man, DNA, from Corona, Queens, right out there in NY, the one and the only DNA. Y'all better watch out for this man. Y'all better watch out. He's heading somewhere. He's heading somewhere. So y'all better give him his flowers now before he leaves. And then y'all gonna be wanting DNA back. So trust you me, DNA's got something. But DNA and B Dot, that is a very, very interesting battle, and I cannot wait. I can't wait. It's less than 12 hours from now, so I can't wait to see it. Oh, it's gonna be very interesting. Trust you me. Uh, of course we have AVE, Shark City. What up? Av versus Jay the Nightwing. Ooh, boy. Shout out to Av, VA. Y'all already know. Um, I got Av. I have Av. Nobody is I'm happy, yo. I'm happy that Jay the Nightwing is not ducking smoke. I'm happy that Jay the Nightwing is not ducking smoke. I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? He's not ducking smoke, and he's willing to battle one of the craziest punchliners, consistent, constant, just again and again with them punchlines. Av, the one, the only Av, AVE, Mr. Shark City himself, VA. This is gonna be heavy. This is gonna be heavy. I'm telling you, this is gonna be. I don't know how to say it. All I can say is it's gonna be a heavy battle. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like one on one going at each other, and it's gonna be nonstop. It's gonna be one of those. It might be a cutthroat type of battle. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised if this could be the battle of the night. You know what I mean? Just like I was saying with Mike P and Lou Castro and Danny Myers and Real Sick, Av and Jay the Nightwing is another one that could be a battle of the night. So trust you me, Av might just have it though. Av might just have it. Av might just have it. It's not going to be easy, but Av against Jay the Nightwing, Av might just have it. It could be a gentleman's 30. You know what I mean? But if Jay the Nightwing shows up like what he did against Ace Amin, what? That could be serious. But I give Av 2-1 over Jay the Nightwing. I say the first round and the third round. In less than 12 hours from now, we're about to see Av versus Jay the Nightwing on NOME11. Y'all already know this. And then we got, if ain't nobody noticed, we got T-Rex, Mr. T-Rex himself versus Easy the Black Captain. What? Easy the Black Captain versus T-Rex? You know I had to throw my hat down for that one. I throw my hat up every time I see something that's popping. This is another one, people. What? And Easy is probably one of the youngest guys coming out right now that gives you that old Smack DVD era feel. And then he battling T-Rex, a legend from that era. This could be a classic if T-Rex shows up like he's supposed to show up, like he wants to show up. You know what I mean? If he's been seeing all these other old school and old heads and these other legends coming up and battling these young heads and so on and so forth and battling each other, and he wants to come up and show what he got, if this is where he gets to show up and show out. T-Rex, thank you so much for you battling in that one rounder against Tay-Rock. Thank you. That showed me you had something that you still wanted to prove. And even though it was just one round, it gave me the impression that T-Rex might be on a roll wanting to come back. And if he does that, and if he does it correct, he could be trying to retain or he could be trying to retain his legendary status or solidify his status in Mount Rushmore. In the battle rap Mount Rushmore, he could be. And if so, this is his time to do it. Right here, less than 12 hours from now. NOME11 against Easy the Black Captain. Harlem versus Philly. Who ready for this? Who ready for this? Are you ready? You ready? Nah? Well, you better be ready. You better be ready. I'm telling y'all, this got me so souped. I've seen some of the interviews. I'm seeing them go back and forth. I'm telling you, this is going to be this. This could be another one of the battles of the night. You know what I mean? But this is going to be split into 2 days. NOME11 is going to be split into 2 days. NOME11 is taking place June 12th, which is less than 12 hours from now, and of course Sunday the 13th. And it's going to be happening at 3 p.m. Eastern time over here in Jersey. You know what I mean? You feel me? But to be honest, since it's going to be split into 2 days, I think they're going to have day one main event be Geechee Gotti and Rum Nitty. And then day two would be the main event, Tay-Rock versus Chilla Jones. That's my opinion and my thought. And if my prediction comes out right, then you already know Hydra Man from the Battle Rapport was correct. Not assuming, but predicting that that would be the situation. Because we still would like to know who is the winner of the UM3 Ultimate Madness 3 $100,000 payday tournament. You know what I mean? We all want to know that. And I think people are not, I don't think that the league is going to hold it for day two. I think they're going to have it as the main event for day one. And then day two, they're going to have Tay-Rock versus Chilla Jones. Now, I didn't see the face-off. I was working. So that happened. And then, of course, I had to prepare the show for you an hour later because, updates software for the computer and laptop, tablet and stuff like that. It always happens. But you get to move on. But then, who do I have between T-Rex versus Easy the Black Captain? I got Easy the Black Captain. Straight up. Why do I have? Are you asking me why do I have Easy the Black Captain over T-Rex? It's because of one thing and one thing only. He knows what he has to do, especially right now. I think Easy knows that there could be certain angles that could be used against him or whatever, but I think he's one of those that does not give up. What the hell you got? Because what you got is not going to get rid of what I got for you. And I think he knows what he needs to do to beat T-Rex, to out-rap him, hit him with the right angles, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I think Easy the Black Captain may just, excuse me. I think Easy the Black Captain might just have this 2-1, T-Rex taking the first round, and then Easy the Black Captain taking the second and the third round. Though it could go either way, but we'll soon find that out in less than 12 hours from now. You know what I mean? Only on caffeine. Only on caffeine. That's 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Or is it 6? Well, anyway, it's gonna be on tomorrow, Saturday. Well, less than 12 hours from now on caffeine channel of URL up there. Hit the star and then go into their page and then literally they'll be live. You know what I mean? Live on caffeine. And of course, every Friday, Hydra Man, the Battle Rapport, always coming with you with the content that we provide every Friday, midnight-ish. Like I said, midnight-ish. You know what I mean? Sometimes I could get here like 12 o'clock and set it all up and then beyond, within 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes, 45 minutes, you know what I mean? Because, you got to do it updates and, software and stuff like that for your channel, well, for your computers and stuff like that. But it's always just to try to make sure that I provide y'all with the best content. And I'm always up here live for all of y'all. You know what I mean? I'm here having fun with y'all. That's what I'm trying to do. Have fun with y'all. But yeah, I do have Easy the Black Captain taking the second round and the third round. T-Rex might just have that first round unless Easy like turns up in that first round. Turns up in that first round, then the second round he turns up even more, and then the third round even further. And that's the way Easy the Black Captain could be able to pull off a 30 against T-Rex. It's not going to be easy, but if he can turn up the first round, turn up the second and the third, and just consistently hitting them with bars, consistently hitting them with different material, original material, stuff that hasn't been said to T-Rex, and just continuously bringing that further and further every single round, what do you think is going to happen? It could be a 30, a gentleman's 30, whatever, but we don't want a body bag. We just want the best battle. We want T-Rex to show up and show out. And we want Easy the Black Captain to show up and show out. Especially right now representing the new era. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got Easy the Black Captain. Hey, it could go either way. You know what I mean? Especially if T-Rex show up. Whew, all it takes is one head slap. Like, that's all it takes. But anyway. But he has to have some good material leading to that hat drop. You know what I mean? Hopefully, he knows what he needs to do. I pray that T-Rex knows what he needs to do to beat Easy the Black Captain. Let's see what happens. But leading on to possibly day 2 main event, the one, the only champion of the year, the Cody himself, Chilla Jones, versus, can we say the People's Champ? The People's Champ for like a lot of years. Mr. Consistent, always with 3 rounds. Like, this dude like never chokes. Like, Tay-Rock, Mr. Gumball King himself. But anyway, who do y'all have? Tay-Rock or Chilla Jones? If we get Tay-Rock, that was Dracula against Spawny Boy himself, Daylight, what do you think could happen against Chilla Jones? Especially the Chilla Jones that faced K-Shine. Whoo, that was a dangerous one. Especially with that rebuttal in the first round. That was bananas. Whatever. But I'm telling you, this could, oh my God, this could be one of them ones for this year. This could be a potential battle of the year. Besides some others that is going to be coming further down the line that we will be speaking of in the next coming weeks. Especially Queen of the Ring, and the list goes on. But who do I have? Chilla Jones against Tay-Rock? Ah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Tay-Rock has been on a roll, but Chilla Jones has been another one that has been on a roll, and he's Cody right now. Imagine if he stepped up to Rock with the belt. Imagine, people, if Rock was stepped in front of with the belt. What you think that man gonna do? What you think that man gonna do? What? What you think that man go? He'll take that belt and wrap it around his head like what? You know what I mean? You never know. But anyway, but I don't know. I don't think Chilla Jones got the belt yet. Even though he is crowned Cody champion of the year, I don't think he's received his belt or his ring yet. But if he did receive it, he'd be flashing it around a little. You know what I mean? But not like, flashing it around like I'm Mr. Flashy and bragging. Like, he could do that, but he's a very humble person. I've never met him in real life, but the interviews that I've seen with Chilla Jones, Mr. Boss Town himself, Kingpin himself, the Cody right now, I kind of believe and lean that he's a very humble person. Especially, when he talks in the interviews and, he's asked certain questions and he answers them as honestly as he can, And I love that about Chilla Jones. He's a very honest man. He calls it like it is, right down the line. And the dude got bars. He's like Mr. Scheme Master himself. Scheme Master himself. That's pretty cool. But think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Chilla Jones, pen wise, is better than Tay Rock. Would y'all believe that? Would y'all believe that that is true? Leave it in the comments below. You can love me, you can hate me in the comments, or you can show me love in the comments. But is Chilla Jones' pen better than Tay Rock's pen? Maybe easily said yes, but when it comes to wow factor, the big wow factor, the it factor, when it comes to that, I would lean more to Tay Rock and Chilla Jones more to pen wise, just astronomical. So thinking about it, technically, Rock is very good with the pen, but Chilla Jones is further up. But what what makes the grand the equalizer between these two, I would personally say Tay Rock's it factor, his sheer wow factor, his sheer a will to pull out haymakers out of nowhere and continuously hitting you with gun bars or punchlines back and forth, back and forth. It's almost like that is the equalizing balancer with Chilla Jones and his scheming, his writing, his way of going at bars and delivering it and coming up with similes and mixing it up instead of just having a normal. I'm gonna do this for 4 bars and then I'm gonna do this for another 4 bars and then like he gets out of that box and he might. Kill me in the comments or show me some love in the comments if you think that Chilla Jones might just teach Tay Rock a lesson on how to create better ways of delivering or coming up with bars. What do you think? Do you think that he might be able to do that? Do you think that Tay Rock can still learn? I do think. You think Chilla Jones is going to be the teacher that's going to be like, hey, Rock, start doing this like this, and I got some new ways of doing bars. Check this out. Like, you think he's going to do something like that and school Tay Rock? I don't know. I don't know. But I got Tay Rock. I got Tay Rock 2-1 against Chilla Jones, the Cody of 2020. Why do I have Tay Rock over Chilla Jones? For me, it's a little easy. It's hard, but it is a little easy, in my opinion. And that is because Tay Rock has something to prove. I think that Chilla Jones made his statement, and he probably still wants to continue making his statement. But I think Tay Rock has a lot more in the fight against Chilla Jones. And I think because of that, he has a little bit more fire in him to get him and just try and like make sure like, yo, you know what, this whole Cody, this whole champion of the year thing is nothing. Why? Because I took him out of here. I 3-0'd him. You think that Rock is going to do that, come in here and take out Chilla Jones, Mr. Cody himself of 2020? I think it might be. So that's my opinion on the whole entire NOME11 card. Wow, that was like 39 minutes almost, give or take. But yeah, that was that whole entire NOME card. I truly appreciate the fact that this NOME card is mixed. You got people of high stature and you have people of mid-tier and lower stature battling each other on a big stage. And this is NOME, people. This is NOME. You know what this means, right? Night of main events. Mike P versus Luke Castro, to me, is a main event. You know what I mean? What was it? JC versus Fonz. That, to me, is a main event. Who else? Loso versus Jerry West. In some aspects, it could be a main event. But like I said, I give it up to Jerry West. You know what I mean? I'm gonna run down the whole card real quick to end this segment on the predictions on the NOME card, NOME11. I believe that Rumnitty and Geechee Gotti will be the main event of day one, NOME11 day one, and I think that will be Rumnitty. He will be the champion of that tournament of Ultimate Madness 3 for $100,000. I have Jerry West beating Loso. I have T-Top beating Swamp. Not very easy. It's a close battle. Luke Castro beating Mike P. Hey, it could go either or. Like I said, this is another one that it could go either way. JC versus Fonz. I picked JC. Danny Myers versus Real Sick. I picked Danny Myers. And that is not going to be an easy battle. It's a very difficult and close battle. B-Dot versus DNA. I have DNA with a possible 30. But you never know. B-Dot can have an angle that nobody's ever used. You never know. He might have a new angle with, this whole Gary thing. Like, he could do, you never know. B-Dot is very intelligent and he can play on many different angles. He is very intelligent, so be careful. DNA, be careful against B-Dot, definitely. But I do have you beating B-Dot. Av versus Jay the Nightwing. I have Av, Mr. Shark City himself, taking this, beating Jay the Nightwing. And it's not going to be an easy battle. I think they're both going to give it their all, straight up. T-Rex versus Easy the Black Captain. I'm going with Easy the Black Captain 2-1. Taking the second and the third round. And then the main event, the possible main event of day 2, of NOME11 day 2, is going to be Tay-Rag versus Chilla Jones. And I think it could be Tay-Rag to beat Chilla Jones. He has a point to prove. Like, I'm not champion of the year. You champion? I'm champion of the year. What? I've been champion of the year for many years. What? You know what? I'm going to take this. I'm getting rid of Chilla Jones. That's what I think that Tay-Rock might just have to do. You know what I mean? He might just have that fire in him to get rid of Chilla Jones. We all got to see that. We all got to see. But it's less than 12 hours from now. Or actually, that could be the main event. Tay-Rock versus Chilla Jones could be the main event on Sunday because it's a 2-day event. No, so pick that up. And it's all happening on Caffeine. Just download the app. It's free. Search for and follow URL, and they'll keep you posted with any scheduled battles coming up, which I always, always follow up. What next? What next? Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta talk about Smack Saturday. Ooh, yeah. Gotta talk about Smack Saturday. Run that back recap. Yeah, right here. Run that back recap right here. Only on the Battle Rap Report. Live the Huddle. This segment is Run That Back Recap. And in this segment of Run That Back Recap, we're doing Smack Saturday, right? It says Smack Saturday, but we all know it's Saturdays, apostrophe S. We all know it. because it's whenever they're gonna drop it on any Saturday, or it could be continuous every single Saturday. You never know. But oh man, whoa, my bad. We're still connected. We're still connected. Hello. Yeah, we're still connected. um, but yeah, I'm sorry, Prez Mafia, Prez Mafia. Um, whatever that's going on in your life, um, I don't know if it's personal. I don't know, maybe if you got the coronavirus or whatever it is that happened in your life. I hope that uh, you move past it. If there was a death in the family or whatever, grief. Take your time to grieve. Whatever happened in your life, that please take care of yourself. You know what I mean? You matter more because you have to care about yourself. You have to matter. You know what I mean? So take care of yourself and take care of anyone that's around you. You know what I mean? They are the ones that support you and you support them, and the list goes on. So whatever that's happening in your life, Prez Mafia, I hope that everything gets better. This coming from Hydra Man from the Battle Rapport. Sincerely. Um, but it's no bueno. Like, white people, you know, just totally butcher, our language and our tongue of no bueno. White people just be like, no bueno. Like, I kind of have to agree. Like, yo, this is no bueno. We definitely. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see Prez Mafia versus Danger Zone. You know what I mean? But URL always gets gets the objective done. So one of these days we will see Prez Mafia against Danger Zone, and it will be exciting. I haven't seen Prez Mafia in a few months. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be pretty exciting watching him again. You know what I mean? Uh, I want to talk about this young man right here. I don't know if y'all noticed. I only seen this guy maybe one time or two times. Maybe a couple times I've probably seen him in a battle. But this young man right here impressed me so much that he ended up being on a card against RunDatBack possibly. NXT, Mr. Next himself. Yo, homie, thank you, thank you, thank you, Next. You is the next up. You is the next up. I'm telling you, you is the next up. Could it be a little too early for you to battle RunDatBack though? Maybe because RunDatBack has been on a streak, but I'm not mad or disappointed that you're battling RunDatBack soon. You know what I mean? In your career, I'm cool with that because you never know. This could be Next way of making it to the tier that he wants to. Imagine if Next versus RunDatBack, when it happens soon, that it blows up into something like as classic as Av versus RunDatBack. But yeah, Murda, I'm sorry, homie. This is my first time watching you, Murda. Um, I've never heard of you. Maybe I have, but there's quite a few battle rappers with using the name Murda. You know what I mean? Jay Murda being one, Murda Moo. There's a lot of battle rappers that do use the name Murda. So I probably did hear you and probably did see you because you've been around for 8, maybe 10 years or something like that. I have to say it, bro. Murda, you showed me that, okay, he had some slip up, whatever. Next one, the whole chat was like, oh, 3-0, 3-0, whatever. Murda, yo, this guy, he is insane. If anybody heard the punchlines that Murda was hitting, I'm telling ya, this was insane. Who is this guy? I feel like, yo, I never even knew this guy. I never even heard this guy. And then I got to see him, and I'm like, okay, yo, what? Oh, yo, all right, all right, all right. Raspy voice, and you know what I mean? He a little heavy set, a little muscular, you know what I mean? And the way he does it, you know, like, yo, I like how Murder was doing his thing. A lot of people want to say the whole twerk thing or whatever, but he was doing, he had this style before twerk was around. You know what I mean? Straight up. Even Swave 7 was saying that uh, um, Murder be doing the pit battles. You know what I mean? So I'm assuming the pit battles don't really get YouTube plays or the pay-per-view plays or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's more like in-house or in a pit. You know what I mean? So, but knowing that, I know that Murda has his time in the pit, has his time battling multiple battle rappers. So I know he has time in battle rap, and I gotta give it up to him, bro. And next, those two in this, all right, you know, not many people wanted to see this card or whatever. There was a couple people that wanted to see a couple battles and this, that, and the other. But to be honest, this was the show up and show out situation that had me like, I want to see more from Next. I want to see more from Murder. These guys, I like these guys. I like these guys. Straight up. These dudes, they showed up. I don't care if one got bodied or it was a 2-1 or however, whatever. These guys showed me what I wanted to see. Different talent, ranging from different parts of the country, and having something that they could get at each other with. Battle rap. And yo, I'm telling you, these guys have bars. These guys had some angles here or there. These guys, Next and Murder, might just be the next guys next up. Watch it. Watch it. Quote me, Hydra Man from the Battle Rapport. I do pretty good predictions too. I do pretty good predictions. You know what I mean? Anyway, we did get to see Drugs versus Prep. Drugs. I've said this before. I've said it in a couple comments before that I was not a fan of Drugs right around the time of the Goonies. You know me, in the beginning of the time of the Goonies. Only in this all right, let me see. When Drugs battled Arsenal, I said, okay, that's what I want. I want that Drugs. That, yo, how fire was Drugs battling Arsenal? That was fire. You have to admit it. I'm telling ya, you have to admit it. That was fire. That impressed me so much that I started watching some of his previous battles that I didn't get to watch. And I was surprised. This guy has been getting better and better. He is one of the, last minute gang. But if he can properly set his writing the way that he doesn't have to do it the last minute, and he still is powerful like he was in his. I'm telling you, this guy, he could be the next up, just like Next and Murder. Drugs, you showed me a lot of where you coming from, repping the DMV. Only thing I could say is, what do I have to say to Drugs? Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing because I like what you're doing. You showing up and showing out, and you're not holding nothing back. I like that. You had a little stumble against Prep, whatever. It happens. I bet you the next battle that y'all see Drugs, that he's gonna wow out. I'm telling you. And this was a very good battle. This was a very good battle. Prep versus Drugs. But Prep won. It's not a 30. Yeah, wildin'. Yeah, wildin'. I was literally on the chat, um, watching the battle, and y'all just going 30 prep, 30 prep, 30 prep. I'm like, yo, how are y'all saying 30 prep when drugs was going off in that second, off in that first too, actually? But I'm telling y'all, this was a very good back and forth. And I'm not gonna say it was a 30. Some want to say a gentleman's 30. And nah, I'm not gonna say 2-1 prep. I'm still gonna say 2-1 prep. But then we had Quest McCody and Nun Nun. Nun Nun, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. This guy, he's like to doing battle rap, and he's doing that. He might not have won the tournament, the Ultimate Madness tournament, the second one or whatever, or was it the first? No, it was the second one. He might not have won the second URL Ultimate Madness tournament, but he has been killing people, having 3-0s. Forget a debatable. He trying to take people heads off. He trying to build his like rebuild his career, trying to establish himself in some type of legendary status or something. Because I think that's what he's doing, people. Watch out for Nun Nun. Watch out. Watch out for Nun Nun. This guy, ooh, what he did to Quest Cody was dirty. It was dirty. He did not care. And I love that. I loved every minute of it. Um, I had Nun in my predictions last week of beating Quest Cody. You know what I mean? I have a lot of respect for all Michigan battle rappers. That is like some of the best talent coming at it from the United States, besides Jersey. You know what I mean? But Nun showed up and he showed out. Um, you know, did a little bit of freestyling, which I loved, and he won the crowd and won the people with that, and even won the fan vote on the chat. I'm telling you, this guy Nun, man, he's another one that, like, while I'm just like going through some of his bars before, like, okay, yeah, he left Earth. You know what I mean? He got to this point and it like, yeah, he left Earth. And then I saw another battle and second round he's going and it's like, yeah, this is another one where he left Earth. He started going through his bars and then it's like after the couple haymakers, then it's like he left Earth. This has been happening back to back to back to back. If you've been noticing Nun uh for the past 2 years. Think about it. For the past 2 years, he might not have battled as much prior, but just think about it. For the past 2 years, Nun has a point to prove. He got something that he wants to. He got something. I don't know what it is, but are we gonna see that? Are we gonna get a Nun in Summer Madness? I would love to get a Nun in Summer Madness. Do you want to see Nun in Summer Madness? I'd like to. Hopefully, Smack can set that up. Let's see Nun Summer Madness. I'd like to see Nun on a big stage, 1,500 to 2,000 people, and he shake the room. I want to see that. Have him battle one of the goats. You know what I mean? Give Nun. Yo, I think it's time. I think it's time. Give Nun one of these goats. Give Nun one of these battle rap Mount Rushmore. Give him one of these. I think it's time. I think it's time. Um, but yeah, Quest McCody. No, I don't really have nothing bad to say about Quest McCody. He did very good. Um, he might just didn't need the angles that he had in the third round. You know what I mean? I don't think that was really needed. You know what I mean? Because the things you try to point out against Nun, I kind of felt like they were already said against him, and they really don't hit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna get at someone with an angle that's used before, have a new spin on it. You know what I mean? Do something different with it that none of us have ever heard or seen before, is my opinion. You know what I mean? But then we had the one, the only, the metaphor messiah himself, Figueroa, Danny Myers, against Shotgun Suge, Mr. Pack Tapping, what's your life like, random. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, this was a battle, and they were going at it. Shotgun Suge fighting the fact that he almost was about to choke, and he's like, no, I'm not gonna choke. And I love that he kept fighting through it, trying to make sure that he memorized, that he remembered his material and fought through all that, and still did not say Jersey and didn't choke. I'm happy about that. Thank you, Shotgun Suge. Thank you. But to be honest, he did. I don't really think it's not a ghost over there, people. Don't worry. Oh, I hope it's not a ghost. But yeah, I think that Shotgun Suge, um, I don't think that Shotgun Suge really needed the pocket tap. You know what I mean? I think Shotgun Suge could have did, like a couple of dump moves or a fake pump jump, you know what I mean? Like something, you know what I mean? But he didn't need the pocket tackle, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, he had his, Danny Myers had his homie come in and so on and so forth. And I'm going to be 100. Or Shotgun Suge had one of his people come in at the fake and so on and so forth. But to be honest, do you think that Shotgun Suge, that he needs to be trying to prove himself against the pens out here? I know Shotgun Suge is not known for a pen, even though he is very witty sometimes with his writing. So sometimes it's a little unorthodox with how he comes up with his delivery, the way he does it. And his punchlines are a little bit more direct sometimes, you know what I mean? Other times they're not as direct, but they're hitting you, trying to hit you with a couple layers of stuff, you know what I mean? So Shotgun Suge does know how to write and do some layering, but he doesn't show that a lot. And I think in this battle, he definitely tried to show that he had more than just, I got punchlines and so on and so forth. Like, I can write against you and so on and so forth. Using the angle about his daughter being a stripper, I don't know. Because Danny Myers' daughter being a stripper, whether it's true or not, Danny Myers rebutted that immediately. And some people want to say it's pause worthy. That just means me and my dog, we pole swinging. Like, some people want to say that that's, pause worthy or whatever. But I'd like to say that was a very good rebuttal. Can we say that he's possibly the king of rebuttaling? Though I'd still like to have, a whole conversation of a rebuttal kingship, and definitely going to be a whole episode on that within the next few weeks, because I definitely want to talk about who's the top rebuttaler in battle rap. Think about it, people. Think about it. Think about it. But yeah, I think Danny Myers, since he beat Shotgun Suge, and he's got Real Sick coming up in less than 12 hours, that it's going to be one of those that he's not going to, he really needs to think about not trying to overexert himself with trying to over rap Real Sick. I think what he needs to do is focus on his angles that he's going to use against Real Sick, and hone in on it and make sure that everything is perfect. So when he does what he does against Real Sick, it's almost like what he did with Villa, the real Raiden. Villa, the real Raiden, that battle on EBL, exclusive Battle League. If it ain't exclusive, it don't matter. Shout out EBL. in that battle, Danny Myers versus Villa, the real Raiden, was on, what was it, Discord. So check out EBL on their Discord. That's where they had the battle. They ended up using the audio from that and putting it up there on YouTube, where I then had my recap on it last week. Shout out to EBL and the whole staff out there on Exclusive Battle League. I hope to be in contact with you soon about an announcer spot, but we'll get into that another time. Um, but I honestly think that because of what Danny Myers has been doing this year, we cannot count him out as possible champion of the year for 2021. Because that, who's gonna say that he's not at least coming close to it, at least being one of those that is gonna be like, I don't know, maybe probably one of the best champion of the year champions, quote unquote. Hey, quote me if you want, because Geechee Gotti is another one of those that's like, you can consider him a GOAT status. You know what I mean? A living legend out here, two-time champion of the year, three-time champion of the night, with a ring representing all of those, with a belt representing his two champion of the years. That he might be in a, run up right behind Danny Morris for champion of the year of 2021. It could be. He's been having some really good battles lately. Do y'all think that Danny Myers or Geechee Gotti, any one of these two, could be champion of the year for 2021? Holding that belt, repping it with the ring next year, 2022? I hope for the best. I don't care who it is, because we're still going to get the top choice. We still going to get the one, the only Danny Myers to be up there, as he has to be the runner-up. You know what I mean? He has to be the first one running up and going to be getting that title. You know what I mean? So definitely, I hope that Danny Myers finally gets it. You know what I mean? If nobody wants to give him the credit that is due, I think that this is definitely one of those times that he definitely deserves it. And I think it's time. It's time, people. It's time. Let me see. I do want to talk about one other card. What was the other card? Give me a second. Did I want to talk about another card? I think I want to talk about the Queen of the Ring card, right? There we go. Queen of the Ring card, right? Now, I just want to talk about, is it the main event? 40 bars and KCJ? I think 40 bars and KCJ is the main event. But I want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Just real quick. 40 bars. 40. You're not pushing 40, right? No? Anyway, 40 bars against KCJ. KCJ. Shots with KCJ on caffeine. I think it's every Wednesdays. I forgot. But KCJ and 40 bars. What am I going to say about this? I just want to say thank you, Queen of the Ring. Thank you. This is definitely one of those that it wasn't unexpected. To me, it was not unexpected. I was expecting this because I wanted it for a long time. Always in the comments and, talking about, oh, I gotta see 40 versus, I got, like, I'm always like every once in a while, you know what I mean? Well, before I started the Battle Rap Tour, I was just like you, a fan in the comment section, having my own opinions and stuff like that. And then I started doing my channel, and sometimes I'm still leaving my comments because of the simple fact I love battle rap and I'm still a fan of battle rap. You're a Slipknot fan of battle rap. But yeah, I just want to end. I just want to talk about I just want to talk about 40, and I just wanted to talk about 40 and Casey, because these two women, they've been doing their things for many a moon, and now they are definitely getting their shine right now on the big stage on Caffeine on URL. No, no, not URL. Well, actually, to be honest, it is URL. Hold up, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. Boom, boom. Zoom in. It says URL presents Queen of the Ring, heir to the throne, heir to the throne. Get it? Heir to the throne. Yeah, double triple entendre if you want to flip that or whatever. You know what I mean? But it is URL presents Queen of the Ring, heir to the throne. So I am right by saying thank you to URL and for providing this for Queen of the Ring. And now Queen of the Ring gets to be on a big platform because of URL on Caffeine, where, damn, I don't even want to say the rest of the people on this card, but no, 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 I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'll wait for the next couple weeks, and then I'll review. I'll do my own prediction on the whole card, because they got a couple people up here that I am like, oh, I just want to talk about so bad, and it's about Official and Young Gaddis, or Gaddis. So, but I'll talk about that in the next coming weeks when everyone that is on the card is announced, so then I can talk about it. But it's about that time. I've already discussed NOME. I've already discussed NOME11. I've already discussed Run That Back recap of the segment Run That Back recap about Smack Saturdays. I've stated just touched a little bit on 40 bars and KCJ. I can't wait to see it. Both these women have been doing things for many a moon, and they are getting their just due, and I am very happy for that, especially for the rest of the women that are on this card. Whoo! Debo, Babs, Vague, y'all know what y'all doing over there in Queen of the Ring, and I appreciate everything that y'all doing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen of the Ring. Definitely. But yeah. But you already know it's that end of the night. You know what I mean? Gotta get something to eat. You know what I mean? I was sipping a little something. You know what I mean? It was all smoky in here. Finally, going away. So, um, but yeah, I want to leave you with this quote real quick. You know what I mean? Uh, because of the simple fact, there's a lot of things that a lot of people are going through right now. So I mean, you're thinking about wanting to be successful in whatever that you're doing. So keep your mind on that, whatever it is, because this is what you are dreaming about. This is what you want to achieve. You know that you can be a better person. Work on that. I'm gonna leave you with a quote from Winston Churchill. It's a very short quote, but it hits home. Winston Churchill said, "If you're going through hell, keep going." How simple is that? How simple is that? If you're going through hell, keep going. You know what that means? Keep with the fight for your sanity, for your heart, for your soul, for your family, for your loved ones, for your friends, for your co-workers, for everyone that cares about you, even yourself. Keep going. Keep fighting. Because this is how you're going to be able to find yourself and your destiny and whatever it is that you are meant to do. Just keep going. If you're going through hell, keep going. oh man, like I don't know if I can handle this and this, that, and the other. God wouldn't put too much on you that you couldn't handle, right? So if you're going through hell and stuff like that, it's because you're supposed to be going through this hell. And you're going to get past this. You're going to get past this hell. So just keep going. Keep going. Like, keep going. Keep going. Straight up. Just keep going. You will find your happiness at the end of the road. Trust you me. I feel better. I feel a lot better. Yeah, I feel a lot better. I didn't have to roll up my sleeves because we weren't getting into some heated discussions and stuff. You know what I mean? So I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good. Still a little tipsy, but I feel pretty good. Um, Thank you to all the followers and subscribers. I appreciate all who subscribe and follow me Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, you know, YouTube, Facebook, PayPal, Instagram, Gmail, Twitter, Venmo, Caffeine, and the other one which I can't say because I could get flagged from Caffeine. So, but I'm all over, and soon I'll be starting a Discord. Reason why I'll be starting a Discord is, of course, to be following EBL or subscribe to EBL, exclusive Battle League, because I want to follow them and find any of the battles that happen. They do have some amazing battles that do happen, and I definitely want to, catch up on that. So soon I'll be starting a Discord and Patreon and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But until then, these are the platforms where you can find me. I'm everywhere. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, please follow me here, subscribe, and share this, and hit like, and leave me the good comments, and share." And I'm not gonna say any of that. What I will say is, please help and support any channels that you love and like and want to see prosper. Any donations, any likes, comments, positive comments, and stuff like that always helps to the algorithms of their channels and their social media outlets. So definitely think about that next time you want to subscribe, or you're listening in, or you want to donate, that these things do help in the algorithm of these channels. And any donations to the Battle Rapport is heavily appreciated and will be used into trying to make the best content out there. Of course, for your video and audio pleasure, trying to get better mics, better cameras, better lighting, and all that stuff. Providing the best content out there for you beautiful ladies and gentlemen out there on YouTube, Facebook, and Cafe. Think I'm done for the night. Gotta get me something to eat real quick. Let me see what else. Is there anything else? Oh yeah. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Good fracking night. Oh, and don't forget, please don't drive drunk. Please don't drive with a cell phone in your hands. And please don't drive distracted. There are many people on the road, me too, being one of them. So please be very careful and cautious on the road. And I don't know. I think that's about it. Huh? Yeah, I think that was everything. Let me see. I'm looking at my wall. There's quite a few other things that I could possibly say. Some slogan stuff. I'm gonna leave all that slogan stuff for another time because that I definitely want to give a reach out to all the leagues about that. But that's another talk for another time. Thank you, you beautiful ladies and gentlemen out there on YouTube, Facebook, and Caffeine. I follow all who follow me, and make sure to just try to, find the peace within yourself to make it past today. Even though today was crappy or whatever, tomorrow's going to be a better day. Just know that. Just know that. Straight up. And that means, for me, to you, stay safe, stay blessed, Hydra Man.